And we are back. What's good, y'all? My bad, my bad, my bad. I hope this restart works. Hope it works. Hope you guys find me. That shit, it is jacked up, man. It is jacked up, guys. And let's go in here and see what it sounds like. Definitely my end. Definitely my end, fellas. I'm sitting here. I'm looking at the strength. It goes. It's going up and down. The signal's going up and down like an accordion, man. It's going up and down. But we gonna get through this, y'all. We gonna get through this, man. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to y'all. You know this. It is what it is. Like Cody said it's on him. Hey, man. That must be it, bro. Like Cody's like, yo, it's me, fam. It's not. No, it's I noticed that when I started that stream, I was looking at it like, bro, what's going on? Like it's just, it is what it is. I might have to do that. You know, I use StreamYard, so it automatically clears. Like the Matrix is attacking, bro. They come, you know, they've been coming after Uncle Saint since we started. This was why it's always fun, man, because I got my team with me, man. Y'all been with me the whole time. But I think we might be all right. StreamYard clears it out right away. And I'm still noticing the glitching. I mean, I could probably go to 720 on the camera if that's what it. But the camera looks good. I think the camera's all right. You know, I don't do a whole lot of movement. But we're gonna try to bring this video back up. And we're gonna pick up where we left off. And for those who are watching this on Team Replay, hey, we do it live. It is what it is. So we did part 1, and I'm gonna relabel it. I'm gonna leave it like it is. I'm gonna leave episode 560 and then episode 561. The restart. I'm gonna leave it like it is. So I just appreciate y'all. Like, whoever's out there watching, I just appreciate y'all. You said I just jinxed myself. They coming for me like, oh, we gotta increase the power. It looks like he's good. Yeah, it looks more stable now. Looks like he's good. They're gonna increase the power and come after us. But I'm gonna try to pull up the video and see if we can just pick up, because that was at a really good part there. You know, like the women talking about my husband. Like, where's my husband? I need my husband to hear me. And it's like, sis, hey, y'all, they did this. They did this. I mean, it's one of those things. It's like sis, you did this to yourself, right? Women have created this glitch in the matrix when it comes to the sexual marketplace, and guys have adapted and overcome it and got their passports and started traveling. And, you know, even before the passports, like, just if you're in a big metropolitan area, bro, you're in a big city, like, bro, you can just go to the next city over. You can go out to the burbs, go out to the farmland, find yourself a good chick. The problem is, wherever you go, they have Instagram. Wherever you go, they have social media. So it's just, you can't outrun it in America. So what does that mean? That means that, you know, you're going to have to get a lot of help to find you a good woman in America. They're here. There are good women here. It's going to take a lot of work to find her, or you can jump on a plane and go somewhere where you might have a little more luck, right? You just might. You know, a lot of people say, yeah, the Philippines, Thailand, you know, Romania, like, you know, Eastern Europe, Africa, you know, Northern Africa. They name all these places, you know. The bottom line is, bro, you need to get your game up. So wherever you land, you know how to talk to women. That's the first thing, because game is universal. If you have game in America, bro, wherever you touch down on planet Earth, you're gonna do all right. That's the first thing. Second thing is your vetting process, man, and being able to see things develop. You got to be able to see things develop. You know what I mean? And like Cody is saying, man, yeah, that perfect man just waiting until you get even older and sleep with a few more dudes before he comes for you, that's exactly what he's doing. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, that's what he's doing. Yeah, girl, just keep going out there and just hooking up with dudes. And it's just, he's just around the corner now. Like, that's what they're thinking. But you got to understand, and I get it, the mindset of today's modern woman is like, bro, there's an infinite amount of men. Infinite amount of men. And if you run out of men, there are boys out there, right? Just ask these high school teachers, these middle school teachers, what they doing. You know what I mean? It's like, So in their minds, they're like, I got all the time in the world. But, it's in reality, they hit the wall. The wall is the realization that you didn't have all the time in the world. Now look at you. This girl right here, she's still pre-wall, and she's talking about my future husband. How many dudes she got in her friend zone that would love to have been her husband? But now those guys, because of platforms like this, because of social media, because of what they're reading out there and talking to their homies, they turn and look at her like, but dad, you let everybody else smash, but you want me to wait? You trying to get me to wait 8 months? Right? You let everybody else smash without buying you a thing, but you want me to take you to the most expensive restaurant in town? You want me to fly you out to this place or that place? You want me, like, so... And then the guy's going to read something like The Rational Male, or he's going to read Women Deserve Less, or he's going to read Unplugged Alpha. And it's like, oh, man, I've been doing this all wrong. He's going to get his mindset together, right? And then he's going to bump into her again, and she's going to be on some, I'm ready to allow you to marry me. And dude's going to be like, nah, just bend over. Just bend over, and we're going to do it. We're going to do it this way. That's what's going to happen here, right? And then they get there, and the women are just stuck on stupid. Just stuck on stupid. So let's pull this up, man. Let's have a look at this video. We're gonna continue from where we left off, right here with that sister. We're gonna continue right here, right? That's where we're gonna continue, and we're gonna listen to what she has to say. But again, it all goes back to that. I'm in the woods with I'd rather run across a bear than run across a man, which is crazy, crazy, crazy. You know what I mean? Before we get into it, Brother Payton was like, yeah, passport bros have more leverage now. Yeah, I saw that Trump law or whatever, that change. That's incredible, bro. So if you marry a woman from overseas, she gets married, she comes to America, she's gotten her green card, and she wants to divorce you now, take half your stuff and just make that power move, America will or can deport her, strip of her citizenship, and leave. That's crazy. We know that's not going to last, though. That's only going to last while Trump is in office. But you never know. Like, the next president might just leave that there. But that's crazy. If she finesses you, she gets deported, bro. I saw that, man. That blew my mind. That blew my mind. I didn't even know that was a part of the package. Like, all men pay, but Chad gets the biggest discount. Some smart manosphere dude. Yeah, man, that is a great saying right there. All men pay, but Chad and Tyrone gets the discount. That's a fact. But yeah, bro, I mean, I did not know that was part of the plan. When I saw that, I was blown away. And at first I'm like, man, maybe this is, kind of fake, just kind of like that child support thing, being able to, claim the child if you're paying child support. But it was, it was like, nope, it's factual. That's what's going on. Seems to be factual. And I'm just waiting to see what the Trump administration does with the family court thing, bro. Like I'm fingers crossed. Could you imagine if Trump, through executive order, does away with Title 4D? Just does away with it? No more federal money for the states because you guys are ordering these child support, orders or whatever. Making these child support orders, I should say. Could you imagine? No more, 67% kickback on every order or something like that? If they stop paying the states money, I think the states will stop enforcing child support and even ordering. I think they'll just change it. Like, oh, it's going to be 50-50 custody. There's no need for child support. You guys just got to take care of your responsibility. Y'all had the kid anyway. Why should the government be involved? Yada, yada, yada. If they take the money away, if Title 4D is removed from the equation, bro, That will really change the game. And I'm not a Trump dude, but man, I would have to tip my hat to him if he does that. Like, okay, okay. And anything's possible, bro. Anything's possible, man. It's unacceptable how women and men use the concept of marriage for frivolous or superficial status. Marriage is a contract for life, not a checkbox on a to-do list. Yeah, bunch of children. Facts, Cody. Facts. Facts. Man, I got to give you a Don DeMarco for that one. That's fact. Coming from you, too, bro. That's what's up, man.
Don DeMarco.
That's a fact. I mean, that's how I look at it, man. Like, what marriage is very, very serious, bro. Like, and if I think it should be the law of the land that when you get married, you have to have a prenup. Like, the couple have to come up with that. I think that should be the law of the land. Like, it should be. I think no fault divorce should go away. I mean, really, it should not be a thing. You have to show fault. If you want a divorce, you have to show fault. Like, once you get into that commitment, that relationship, you should have to stay. A lot of people are like, well, that's just not fair. You don't want to force people to do this and that and whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. We're not going to force you to uphold the contract, so to speak. We're not going to force you to do that. But we're also not going to take money from one person or the other. Like, if the woman has more, we're not going to take money from her and give it to the dude just because, he wanted a divorce or she wanted a divorce. And we're not going to do it the other way around because we know it's mostly women getting the money. But we should not reward people for breaching that contract, which is supposed to be for life. And we do it because it's what's best for kids, right? That's why you do the contract anyway. We know that children who come from a two-parent home do better. It's just better all the way around for those individuals and for our society. We know all these things. So, yeah, bro. I mean, you're right. You shouldn't be just checking out. I know people who, like I said, most people don't even want to be married. They just want the wedding. They want to go through all that stuff. They want the wedding. They want the big party. They want the dress. They want whatever. I know dudes that paid for like these elaborate weddings, all over the world, just spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on a party essentially and be divorced before they've even paid for the wedding. Doesn't make any sense. Brother Cody, like, they want it because they are told it's fashionable or cool or normal. Same way they treat marital BS like getting a Birkin bag or some. You're right. And I mean, we should make it harder to get married or harder to get divorced. Or if we're going to keep it the way it is now, where it's just like a status thing, like I said, it's like buying an Hermes bag or buying some Louboutin shoes or whatever. Well, then the government shouldn't be involved, and there should be no money being exchanged, like like this Travis Hunter thing. You know what I mean? Like, apparently it looks like they're coming to the end of their little relationship, their marriage, and old girl's trying to get a bunch of money. You shouldn't be able to get tens of millions of dollars because you were married to somebody for 6 months, at the end of a bad relationship or whatever. You shouldn't be able to get that kind of bread. So you change the rules, get rid of Title 4Ds, take the money out of the family court system, change the rules on that. I wonder if women would still want to get married. Probably so, because it's a cool thing. It's an oath to your family and to your God, bro. Your state, her, his family, each other, and God. Yep, there it is. It should be treated as such. Otherwise, why bother even having it? I agree with you, bro. I agree with you 100%, Cody. Mandrell's in the building. Did I say that? Did I say that? My bad. We got brother Mandrell in the building. I mean, and yeah, divorce does mean that someone broke the oath. And it should be treated as such. Therefore, do not enter it carelessly, man. I agree with you, bro. I agree with you. And that's where we are right now. It's just men are looking at it like that. There's the stuff that Cody just said there, guys, in the chat. You go back and read this chat. Or if you're watching this on Team Replay, read that, man, and really think about what he's just saying right there. This is why men are like, you know what? Why get married? It doesn't make any sense, right? And you definitely need a prenup if you're getting married today. But why do it? Why do it? You know what I mean? At least 50% failure rate. It's really higher than that. But, people accept 50%. Why? What are we doing? Like, what are we doing? It just doesn't make any sense. Why do it? Right? And you got a lot of guys who come to that conclusion. They're like, man, why do it? You know what I mean? But let's get back to little shorty talking about her husband.
Wanted a man. She was a go-getter. Yeah. Yeah, she went out and got him. Yeah. Yeah. So but you all good. I mean, women can do everything that a man can do, which is why you should exercise your knowledge of that fact and approach your husband. Oh, right, because you think he should leave. Maybe you should see what the bear's doing.
I think I will.
What's good, bro? What you want? What you looking at? What? She got a fat old booty. Ooh, hey.
I'm a woman. I have the degrees. I guess you would say I make the money. But I thought it was like common knowledge that wasn't gonna like help me get a man. Like I feel like I keep having the same conversations over and over, like with my friends. And like, man, the more money I got, the harder it is dating, the more this or that. I'm like, no shit, Sherlock. Like, we're all in the same boat. But it's like, I don't think that was the intention. When you're making, all the money and stuff, our money is our money. Like, our degrees and stuff are for us. Like, becoming a doctor is going to make it easier for you to get a man.
Yes.
Like, did you think you making $1 million a year was going to make it easier for you to get a man?
Yes.
Men play on a different scoreboard than us. And I think they don't care because they know that for the most part, most women are not going to break bread with them.
We don't need you to break bread with us. I don't mean we don't need, like, I mean, your funds are of no consequence.
Facts.
That's what I mean. Like, before you ran into, like, I've been paying my rent since I was 18. Not just the men that you claim you want, the man that I had to be. Like, I had to move out of my parents' house. That had nothing to do with you. I had to build relationships with people. I had to do that. I couldn't fall back on my looks.
Facts.
I had to have charisma. I had to figure that out. You actually need a guy to break. You're running out of eggs. That's what menopause is. Men. Whoa. Pause. We only got a few more eggs left. You better.
Dude clowning. Like, dude clowning. But he's right, though. And then men and women do live different existences. Like, we are different. Men and women are different. The society treats us different. Like, it is what it is. And ladies have the hardest time coming to terms with that. Like, it doesn't matter. What did Rolo say? Like, these women go out here and they have become the men that they want. They go out here, they're making 6 figures plus. They have the education, they have the money. And it's like, bro, when you add hypergamy to the equation, it's like, well, I'm looking for somebody on my level or higher. And like, well, damn, shorty, you already a 12%er. You looking for somebody that's a 12%er or higher, ain't a lot of dudes. And the funny thing is, like, these women say, well, I want to settle down. I want my husband, I want my man to be this wealthy, squared away dude that has, he's making more than me. He's doing better than I am. But at the same time, you catch him on a slow Tuesday and she's just tired of being alone. She'll let you smash, bro. She'll let you smash. She'll hang out with you for a little bit. She'll take you around town, especially if you fit and all that kind of stuff. You got a little game. She'll take you around town. But you're just a placeholder. You're just a placeholder, man, because, if she hasn't come to terms with her hypergamous needs and figure out a way around that, she's just going to have you there until she gets an opportunity to holler at the dude who's about to make partner at the firm. And then that dude is just going to smash her, bounce her off the walls a few times, and then give her back to the dude. And, now she's stuck on stupid because she done got rid of the guy who really loves her. Like, this guy loves you. And you're making $250,000 and he's making $95,000 a year. And you're like, he's not good enough, so I'm going to leave him for this dude who's making $300,000 a year. And that guy is banging everybody. This is the thing that women have the hardest time grasping. It's like, well, I make all this money and I do all this. Like, dudes don't care. What does she say? That's her money. And guys understand that. And that's your money. That ain't my money. Like, you're not trying to take care of us. Now, there are women who will do that. There are women, like, I tell folks all the time, like, bro, there are some women out there who have figured out the hypergamy thing. And they're like, look, I'm making this bread. I really love this guy. I've been with this guy since I was in high school. I've been with this guy since I've been in college. We love one another. He just wants to work for, this charity or this nonprofit. So he's not going to make the kind of money that I'm making, but he's capable of it. And that's another thing too. They're like, well, he can if he wants to. He's capable of making that kind of bread. So, maybe that's enough for her. And she's like, well, once we start having babies, he'll be forced to kind of join the corporate ranks and he'll start making the kind of money that I would need him to make anyway. There's so many crazy variants to it, bro. It's so many crazy variants, man. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, most are disqualified off the bat. And women don't even realize it. Like, will they ever figure it out? Most won't. Most will not. The very, very attractive women who are making money, they're going to settle for a guy that they can be with. But the average women, the women who are like like most of us, between 4 and 6 out of a 0 to 10 scale, the 4 and the 6s, the median people, the average folks, most of them, they're not going to figure it out. They lose the looks that they had. They lose their shape, and men lose interest in them. The only dudes that be interested in them are the bottom 10% guy. They don't want that. So those women have to make a choice. It's like, well, and I do know some women. I've heard of some women who've gone through that. They chose a dude that just not a bad guy, but not a good guy. Just a weirdo. Like, you chose that dude and you're with him. And then, they're just kind of like, yeah, that's who I chose. And they believe in marriage. Unlike the modern people, there's still some women out there who believe in those vows. And they're like, I stood there. I made those vows in front of my family, in front of my God. I'm gonna stick this out. We got kids. I'm going to stick this out until at least they're grown. But what do they do every now and then? Yeah, they step out. They step out every now and then. It's part of the game. Let's continue.
You better get it together. Okay, Daphne? Now you can keep going now.
Like, most women, when they get a lot of money, we're getting prenuptial agreements. Like, damn right. If I had millions of dollars before I married you and you were making $100K a year, I'm getting a prenuptial agreement. But if it was like the shoe was on the other foot, we'd be like, oh, well, you're thinking about divorce. Like, why? I don't even know why you're thinking about that.
See there? Thanks for keeping it 100. I don't even think she meant to. You're an expense. You're like a pair of Jordans. You're like a nice watch. You're like a nice tuxedo. I know you hate to hear that, but you're one of my things. I value you as my thing, but I can get another thing. You should also, because
I don't need a man.
You know what I'm saying? Do we even want to hear this lady any further?
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Yeah, to the no.
My name's Chloe, and I'm a reluctant heterosexual, which means I'm attracted to men against my will. Ick. Men are gross, inconsiderate, and scary. I have to share my location with my friends every time I go on a first date, and yet I love them so much.
Hey, what's up?
Hi, I'm Chloe.
Nice to meet you. My name's Mahad Akhlaq.
Men only have one thing on their mind, shaboinking. Life would be so much simpler if I was a lesbian, but I'm not. And believe me when I tell you, I have tried thousands of times.
Bro. Damn. Bro. Wow. These videos, of course, for TikTok, they're going for the laughs. They're doing what they're doing, scripted and all that. They whatever. But they talking some real shit. You know what I mean? It's yeah, Cody, definitely an expense one way or the other. You're dealing with a woman that's gonna cost you bread. You're gonna spend way more on her than she spends on you. That's just how it works. Now, if once you get into a long-term relationship, that might offset. It might catch up, and she might even spend a little bit more on you. It depends. But normally, the man is always spending more on his woman. That's just how we're built. It's nothing. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You got the right woman. Why wouldn't you want to, you know what I mean, shower her with gifts and do all that stuff to keep her happy because she's adding value and, you know, she's 1000x everything that you guys are doing. She's never embarrassed you. She's always there. Like if you have that woman, if you're out and you have a true queen, you know, I hate using the term, but if you have one on your arm and everyone know like she's regal, she's the one. She's beautiful, man. She kept herself together. She's never embarrassed you, bro. She's always there to accent you like that. She's watching your six, all that. You got that woman, bro, you the man. You the man. Jeff Bezos with all his money would be envious of you and your woman because he went after what he went after. You know what I mean? Like that's you talk about ick, that's your woman? Man. You know what I mean? You would think with all the money in the world, you'd be able to get you something a little bit better, maybe a little bit younger. But he got what he got. You know what I mean? Got what he got, man.
I'm just programmed to be attracted to men. Hi, do you need help with anything?
Oh, no, I don't need any help. I'm all good. Thanks, though.
Okay. Reluctant heterosexuals. We've been keeping the species alive since the beginning of time.
Not even funny.
It's all
Bro, what is this?
But why you mad though? Because you really do need a man, especially to be your butler, or in times of danger apparently, or because we got it on tape.
Got him!
And what was that?
You're salty.
Yo, was that a real prank? Like, what was that? Was that for real or is she acting, bro?
Hey, Jay. Remember you thought I was just gonna be old crackhead, was never gonna get my life together? But look at me now, I got a brand new whip, got the fly gear. Yeah, you should have stayed with me, girl. You made a mistake. Told you, baby. It's all right here, everything you want.
All right,
Look
that's
at
funny.
me. Styling and profiling, looking good, life is treating me.
That's why, like I said in the previous segments, I had to move out at 18, start my own thing, build my own empire. So at 40, 50 years old, I wouldn't be looking like this. That had nothing to do with you. You don't get that?
Personally, I don't think she does.
Every single time I tell myself, man, you young, man, it's okay to not have a wife right now. You don't need to settle down. You can just slow down, you know, just live your life. These old heads prove me right every single time. Give me the wife. Give me the wife. Slim Thug, Shaquille O'Neal, Shannon Sharp. They just some old losers. Oh, my God.
It's easy to say all that when you ain't swimming in that bread, bro. I'm telling you, man, money changes your perspective on everything, especially that kind of money. You know what I mean? If you out here, you $100 million dude, you just don't understand the type of people, the type of women that are hunting you. You got the best of the best. You got the elite, the special forces of 304 that's coming at you, bro. They know how to present themselves to you. They know how to do it. They know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. They losers, man, cut it out. These are guys who they can afford to do whatever they're doing. When we're not for this technology, we wouldn't even know about the majority of that stuff, bro. People just don't understand, man. You some dude who just out here trying to live your life making $60,000 a year. You have no idea what these guys are dealing with on a daily. On a daily. Like I ain't mad at Shannon Sharp. You know, I mean, you would think that he would know better, but hey, he wanted what he wanted. It cost him $30 million. You know what I mean? Like, what'd you say, Cody? You paying one way or the other. It cost him $30 million, but guess what? He cool. He's still good. Everyone old boy name is good. I mean, these are the problems that I would welcome. Hey, that's cool, bro. You hit the 10, 20, $30 million mark. You're going to have some problems. Look what happened with Fresh. Right? Look what happened to Fresh. Like you get the top tier sack chaser that comes from out of nowhere. They know that radar. When you land on their radar and they know you got that kind of bread, man, they coming for you, man. They coming for you. You know, and like the top 1% of these women, bro, they gonna sit down and negotiate with you. Like, you can have this Foxy Brown. This is what I'm looking for in exchange. And they will hold up their end of the deal. Like it is what it is. Like, and these dudes, they do throw money. These guys will throw money, and it's all relative. You know, like the 20 million that Shannon Sharp, 30 million Shannon Sharp just lost. I mean, that's the equivalent of what? Maybe $5,000 to an average dude. A dude who's making 50, 60 grand, maybe. Might be less than that, man. It's like when Jordan was gambling. The kind of money Jordan was losing on gambling, bro. It was relative, man. It was a very small percentage of what he was bringing in. Yeah, 3 or 4 J-Sock. Exactly, bro. Exactly.
Oh my God. I was reading a book or listening to a podcast. I can't remember. But it was just talking about some things that you don't want to be as a man. One of the things you don't want to do is just chase women your whole life. That makes life not worth living. Who you getting all this money to spend it with if it's not family?
All right, fellas. This is a wrap. I'm not gonna be able to do that. I'm not gonna be able to continue, man, with this stream right now. I'm gonna come back later on tonight. I'm gonna do a late one tonight, guys. I think I'm gonna figure out what's going on my end. Maybe do what Brother Pitney said, man. Let's go through here and dump a bunch of stuff. Because I'm just looking at this, man. It's glitching way too bad, fellas. It's glitching way too bad. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. Do check out the links in the description, guys. I left all 3 in there. There's another one in there from Manosphere Highlights Daily. Talks about what if men stop working for 30 days. We're definitely gonna I'm gonna jump on that tonight. I'm gonna come back later on tonight. I'm gonna jump on that. I appreciate y'all rocking out with me, man. I'm so sorry I couldn't get this together. I'm gonna continue to work on this issue. I'm gonna have to hit up Viking Paradigm and get that technology he was talking about, because he has figured out a way to solve this issue. I'm gonna have to holler at him. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna broadcast earlier in the day or later in the day. Right now, all the kids are just coming home and jumping online to do their work and stuff like that, man, to get their tutoring and all that done, or just to jump on social media. So appreciate y'all rocking out with me. For those of you on Team Replay, I do apologize for all the glitching. I'm just not going to continue with all this glitching. I'm going to come back and do another one. We're going to talk about what if men stop working for 30 days. That video was amazing. I'm going to go over that tonight. Appreciate y'all. Brother Penny, thank you. Brother Cody, thank you. Mandrell, thank you. Who else was here? We had my other Marine. Where'd he go? Well, whatever. You know who you are. You know what I mean? I appreciate y'all for checking in on me. I'll be back tonight. I'll see y'all then. I'm DL Saint, man. I am out of here. Let's see if we can play the outro.
Nothing like I've ever seen. It's just a thing of beauty.
Darn, that's the end.